Hello, good morning. Today's mission, as you can see, is I have all the door parts spread out here. I'm going to clean them, oil them, and install them. On one door I'll do on video, the other door I'll do off video because it's just repetitive. I did hang the other door and put the mirror and the trim on since our last video. So Sally's got both her doors on now. And today we're going to hopefully get her passenger door completed. And then tomorrow I'll do the other door off camera. All right. Okay, first thing we're going to do is wire them down with soft brass bristle brush. Just to get the loose stuff off. You don't have to get them looking like brand new, but you want to clean them, give them a pretty good clean job. I'm going to get something to scrape on this. Okay, I'm going to scrape this old piece of foam off. Okay, wire brush it again. All right, now we're going to hit it with some parts cleaner. Actually, we're going to hit it with a little WD to loosen things up. We'll set it on the side, and then we're going to wire brush this one. Don't have to go crazy, just clean it up. Take the loose stuff off. Okay, we're going to spray that one up with WD-40, loosen the things up. Okay, now we'll take the first one, wire brush it again. Move things. All right, now some parts cleaner. I'm going to turn around and do this. Well, I'll show you. The parts cleaner. Now we'll clean the part that goes to the door opener. We'll clean up this one. Also lube them a little bit. All right. Now we can actually assemble these into the door. Okay, let's set this in place. First one will be a bit of a learning curve. Now we gotta find the hole for the locking mechanism. There we go. All right, now we got her in position. All right, well, she's finally in. Now there's 3 screws that go in it. I'm going to put the outside ones in here first. I'll show you once I get them in. You know what? I have to do another part before I do this. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, I had to loosen her back up again because I forgot to put this rod in. But as you can see, it goes in a hole and this clip holds it in place. Now I can put it back in and put the 3 screws in. Okay, that's 1 screw. I don't want to tighten it until I have all 3 in. I want these nice and tight. Okay, our next move, put this in here. There's a little hook. Okay, I see right above here, I want to put padding. So I got this weather stripping that sticks on, and I'll put it there to there. This will be like an anti-rattle. It's like weather stripping I got at Lowe's. All right, now we can get our one bolt. See, now that'll keep it from rattling. I could have went up a little higher. Okay, that's it. Or should I say bolts? Okay, got one started. One more I need. There's only two in there. Okay. Perfect. Let's lock it. All right, that's what we want to see. I'm going to get the part for up here. Okay, we got this now. All right, let's move on. Okay, the window regulator is the next to go in. I don't know if you noticed, but up the top here, I put some more of that weather stripping foam, and I taped it with black electrical tape. If you don't like rattles and squeaks, you want to make sure you put them on there, those bends. Otherwise, they'll be rattling inside your door. This way, keep it nice and quiet. Okay, time to put the regulator in. We want to put it up inside the door. Gotta get a couple bolts in the regulator. I should say like the hand crank area, I guess. Regulator. I cleaned and lubed them up. Okay, we'll tighten them up. Them coming loose. We'll wipe that area a little bit. Okay, that's it for there for now. Okay, next we're going to put this door stopper in that gets pinned to the body of the car from keeping the door from opening too much. We want to put that in now, but we don't want to pin it because we have to put the gaskets around the door first before we pin it. I'd have to take the bolts out to put it in. I think that's what we're going to have to do. I'll get a screwdriver and take the other part out. Okay, we wire brushed her all up. Let's give it a shot, see if we get her in there now. All right, that was harder than I thought. Okay, now we're going to put the striker plate on. We're going to leave it a little bit loose. But it's going on. Okay, that's in. Okay, now we're going to give everything a good wipe down. Get my little brush. Brass brush is good for stuff like this. Very gentle. Little green algae up in these cracks. Clean it out nice with the brush. Down in this little rain gutter, I noticed there's some too. Okay, now we have to take this piece of channel out. This piece is shot. So we're going to put a new piece in there. Got to get a regular screwdriver. Okay, we're going to start at this bottom end. Work a screwdriver up in it. Somebody glued the heck out of that thing. It's going to be tough cleaning this. I'm going to take it out and I'll bring you back. No easy way to remove this stuff that's glued in. Just got to keep scraping at it. But you need to get it all out in order for your new piece to fit in there. My area wasn't too bad. That's coming. Just got to put some muscle in it. Okay, I'm not going to make you watch and suffer me taking that out. I'll get it out and we'll get back to you. Okay, it's 99.5% clean. I'm going to put a new piece in here. I'm going to measure it. We're going to cut it here. Okay, we got to cut the size. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of super glue in there rather than that heavy, thick stuff. This stuff is a little thick. Oh, not thick. It's like a gel for super glue. And it's for metal, plastic, wood, anything. Good stuff. It's a little pricey, but you get what you pay for. I'm going to put it in the bottom. These orange things you press and it pushes it out. It is pricey. I've used it before, but I didn't use that much. And I think it's empty now. Not a whole lot in it, but it works. That's what counts. This piece goes in here. And let me get my, oh, here it is here. My little hammer. It's a little brass hammer. I made this hammer many years ago. All right, we're ready to put her in. We're gonna let it dry a little bit and then we're gonna put it in. Okay, now we're gonna put the aluminum window scraper in. The outer scraper. See these little clips? They go in little slots in the door. Okay, we're going to clip them clips in. I'm going to do it from the opposite side so I can see where they exactly are. There's one right there. You're going to get a plastic pusher. Push that in place. Wasn't easy, but it wasn't impossible either. Number two, there's only 4. That's a tough one. I'll stick a screwdriver in there. There is another company that makes these. These have 4 clips, but there's probably like 8 or 9 clips in there. And the new company is German made. They cost a little more. They're $100 a piece rather than 70. But they have more clips and they supposedly fit. Yeah, I got it in off camera, but it wasn't easy. All right, the rest of this goes in here. These metal clips, they hold the outside scrapers in place. There's little slots that you hammer them down into. I'll show you once I get one in. This little slot here fits in a hole. I'll show you the hole. And it locks that in place. And then when you put your long piece of window felt in there, it holds the window felt in place. There's the one I just put in. Here's where the next one goes. There's where the next one goes. See the hole? You put it in there and you tap it down and it holds it in place. And then there's 3 across the top. Nice putting new things together. Okay, we're gonna shoot for a vent window. I'm not quite sure where I'm going with this video. I started some of this door the day before yesterday, and I ended up getting ahead of myself with the order of operation. So I started over today. I do have the outside window scraper in. I have to put a couple clips in it, which I picked up yesterday at the swap meet. And I'm going to put the sound deadening in the door now. Have to cut a few inches off the top. Don't want to waste any, so I'll use that little pieces. Okay, sound deadening in the door. Now we're going to put the regulators in. You want these cushions here so there's no rattle and the glass don't rub up against it and get scratched. Get that hole lined up just right. Okay, I got two. I'm going to leave them loose for now. Okay, we're going to put the bolts in now. Some more, I should say. Leave that a little loose. And now we got to slip the glass down in there. We got to put the felt in first, the window felt. I got the clips in now. I got to put the felt in next. Oops, I'm sorry. I thought I put it on, but I turned it off. I put the vent window in, and I thought the camera was recording, but it wasn't. But there's a screw down here, a bolt that goes in to hold the bottom. And there's a screw that goes in the top to hold the top. So that's what I'm going to do now. And now there's one that goes right in here, a number 10. With one of them concave type of washers. Okay, the vent window's in. Putting the window in. Be careful not to break it. It's not seeming to go in. Maybe I have it turned the wrong way. That was pretty sketchy. We're going to turn it around and try to do it this way. Okay, we got the glass in. Now we're going to put the felt on the top. Okay, you want to start right up against the vent window. Pushing it up into the clips. Get a plastic tool. Now we got to get it down inside the door where that little piece of channel is that you bolt on. It snaps in up here, and there's a little piece of metal channel that you bolt down here. It's got to go in that. Okay, now we'll try to get the glass in it. I'm gonna put a bolt or two in, leave it loose, just to get me. Okay, drop my washer. I don't know if you can see me there, my shoulder's blocking it. Okay, now we got to get the bolt down here. All right, we'll tighten her up. Went in a little rough, but we'll work it up and down a couple times. I'm sure that'll help. We got to tighten all the bolts now. All right, let's try winding her down. A little tough, but we'll work on it. Show you the action. Number one, I don't have the handle screwed down. So we're good. All right. Okay, now we're going to put the door handle on. There's a little hook in here, goes in here, and then the back. You want to make sure you got the rubbers on, so you don't be scratching up your door. And then one screw goes in the back to hold it. Little oily hands. And then there's a Phillips screw goes in the back. One. Try her out. Nice. Okay, we gotta clean that oil up. Door's looking good. I gotta see if I could round up the door rubber. Get that on. All right, one thing left to put on this door now is the inside scraper. Let me get on the other side. No, I'll put you on the other side. Okay, now you can see the little holes that them clips go in. All right, let's clip it in place. Forgot to mention too, I put this piece of sound deadening around here. Keep wind from coming through your door handle and cold. It'll block that out. That's a good little tip. Okay, let's put that scraper in. Line the holes up. The window's in the way of putting them scrapers in. So I gotta take the window off the bracket so I can drop it a little lower and then reinstall the window. It's all right. Live and learn. Okay, that should give us a room now. Okay, let's see if we can snap them in now. I hate to say it, but I'm not enjoying this. Yeah, I got it. I got a couple of them. They're tough. All right, boy, that was a little bit of a rough job trying to get that in there. We're in there. All right, it's a about time. Well, that concludes putting that door back together. The next video I'm going to do is putting the door pad on and the interior goodies, the armrest and all the stuff that make it a finished product. But for now, I want to say, you know, a lot of that aftermarket stuff, like I said a couple videos ago, is really tough to work with. You know, I guess you really have to pay for that German stuff, or, you know, find some good used stuff, because the new stuff really is very low quality. And on a lot of products, maybe not all, but a lot of products. So you have to be careful when you're buying things. But I want to say it takes a little enjoyment out of it, you know, when you're frustrated. But in other words, I'm thrilled now. The door's done. I got to start working on the inside. I'm back to enjoying my project after a few struggles. And I hope you enjoy your project. And until next time, come back and see the interior of the door going together. Thank you. Till next time, have a great day.